Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I've got the XF 900 from a company called Cyrusher. These guys have 4 models to choose from. This is their highest end bike for $2,599. In the review I'll show you how fast it can go on all 5 speed modes, how long it takes to reach the top speed, what you can expect for range for off and on-road riding, a brake test on all 5 speed modes, and how well it does on hills. I'll also be covering stability, comfort, build quality, and overall feel of the bike. Also be sure to visit my website, electricrevolution.com, for all my bike, board, and scooter reviews, which are broken down by category and price. The 900 has a Bafang 750 watt motor in the rear wheel with a max output of 1500 watts, producing 80 Newton meters of torque. The motor is powered by a 48 volt, 17 amp hour Samsung battery, which can be removed and has a battery level readout and an on-off switch. Now all that power is rated to take the bike up to a top speed of 31 miles per hour, so let's see if that's the case. I found a flat stretch of road and did a speed test on the 5 modes it comes with. Speed 1 I hit 13 on the bike and 14 on the app. Speed 2 I got 17 for the bike and 18 on the app. Speed 3 I got around 22 for the bike and 24 on the app. Speed 4 I hit 23 on the bike and 25 for the app. And Speed 5 I topped out close to 27 for the bike and 29 on the app. Here's a comparison of all 5 speed modes. The 900 has a half twist throttle, so I decided to see what the top speed would be with just that. As I suspected, I got the same as I did on pedal assist level 5, around 27 and 29. Now the throttle can be used in unison with the pedal assist and will always give 100% power. It doesn't change depending on the pedal assist level. Now that we know how fast it can go, let's see how quick it gets there.
Okay, this is the acceleration test on speed level 5.
The acceleration is the same on all levels for the first 50 or so feet. Here's a comparison between the highest and lowest mode. The only difference I felt was when using straight throttle, which immediately gives power. Here's the difference between straight throttle and pedal assist level 5. The power is delayed for about 1 to 2 revolutions when it kicks on. It is a bit sudden and will take you by surprise if you're not ready. Once you stop pedaling, the power takes anywhere from half to 1 second to shut off, and will immediately shut off if the brakes are applied. The range rating for the 900 is rated between 35 to 62 miles. It has a weight rating of 330 pounds. Now I'm 190 and was curious to see what type of distance I could get on and off the road. For the off-road test, I headed up to the base of the mountain close by town on a dirt road with a bunch of hills. I didn't go very fast since I was out riding with my buddy whose bike tops out at 20 miles per hour, so I was bouncing back and forth between speed modes 1 to 3. I was pedaling pretty much the entire time and got 20.72 miles with 20 miles displayed on the bike. I was hoping for more than that since I didn't ride very hard. Back home I recharged the battery, which takes 5 to 7 hours to do so, and ran another range test, this time on the road, and went as fast as the bike could go on the highest assist level. This time I got just over 17.5 miles, which was a nice ride. I was out for over an hour, but again, I didn't come that close to the range rating. If you want to hit closer to the rating, I suggest a flat road on pedal assist level 1 or 2. Now as far as power consistency, the 900 performed very well. I was averaging around 25 to 26 miles per hour as the last battery bar was blinking on a flat stretch of road. That's just a couple less than my average at a full charge. The 900 is one of the better bikes for hills in its price range. The slowest I ever hit was around 15 miles per hour, and I went up some pretty steep hills ranging from 5 to 20% grade. The bike does all the work. I felt very little resistance even on the steepest hills and while on the highest gear of the Shimano 21 speed system. Once the bike reaches 12 miles per hour, it pretty much takes over. All you gotta do is keep the pedals turning. The XF 900 comes with Tektro Zoom hydraulic brakes with anti-slip levers. I thought the brakes were some of the better ones I've tested and did a decent job of slowing this very heavy 74-pound bike down. Here's a brake test I did on all 5 speed modes with the highest speed stopping about 50 feet from my camera bag. Every time I do a bike review, I'm always asked how well it works without any power.
So this is the no power test. I'm in the lowest gear and I've got a decent sized hill right here. This is not bad, maybe a 5-6% slope and I'm already burning I'm already out of breath and I've only been on this trail maybe a couple hundred feet. So you can ride this without any power, but it's gonna give you a pretty good burn really fast.
Now that test was done with the battery attached to the bike, which I should have taken off since it does weigh about 8 pounds, and every little bit helps when you already have a very heavy bike. The 960/61 aluminum frame can fit a rider from 5'7" up to 6'6". I'm 5'11" and felt it was a good fit for my size. It's definitely a lot of bike, but I felt it was manageable for me. The back end is very heavy, and that's mostly due to the rack and the motor. Usually I don't put the rack on because I prefer a lighter bike, but this was delivered to me and came installed. Now that being said, it feels very balanced and stable. I didn't have any trouble riding without hands on the first day. The sport cushion seat was very comfortable, it's large and breathable. I felt the handlebars were a good length for the bike. I had good control and was able to easily maneuver around bigger rocks and ruts on the trail. The grips are some of the bulkier ones I've seen, which I liked. It gave me more to hold onto, and they have a rubber non-slip feel to them. The Candid 26x4" mountain fat tires are punch resistant and did very well on sandy and softer terrain. It's by far the best bike for soft trails and sand. I hardly ever slipped out on the trail. The motorcycle type air suspension in the front can be adjusted and locked depending on how you like to ride. I did let a little air out before the range test to make it more comfortable. The rear spring suspension is set and can't be adjusted. Now it's not the best suspension, especially when going fast. There were a few sections of washboard and rougher parts of the road that shook me pretty good. Now when going slower, I thought the shocks did okay, and could feel them going to work as I bounced over some ruts and rocks. For a full suspension bike less than $3,000, it's decent. Just know that shocks are something where you get what you pay for. As far as city driving, that's where I enjoy the 900 the most. The shocks are perfect for sidewalk lines, small curbs, and cracks in the trail. The large seat makes longer rides much more enjoyable, and the motor is actually pretty quiet for the amount of power it has. It's honestly been my favorite bike to ride in town. The 900's display is one of the largest I've seen on a bike at 3.7 inches. It displays battery life, odometer, speed, speed mode, and watts. There are settings you can change. I'll link a video to it in the description if you want to check it out. The XF comes with a 2-year warranty on the frame and parts, a 1-year warranty for the battery. They offer free shipping in the US, and it has an IP65 waterproof rating. There's an electric horn and front and rear lights for some night riding. It also comes with an air pump, tool, and lock. If you're looking to do some exploring in the mountains on a dirt road or ATV trail, or just looking for a comfortable ride throughout the city on some paved trails, that's where this bike is going to flourish. The seat is large and very comfortable, the shocks do well with the bump every now and then, and it's got the power for hilly terrain. I've got the link in the description if you want more information. So there you have it. Thanks for joining me today. Before you go, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest in bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.